Hi, hello internet. Good evening, my fellow Florida men and women, 1830 maybe. That's in the 24-hour time format. I tried to watch my video that I made this morning. I got a little bit through it and I couldn't even watch it. That shows you my videos are so bad I can't even watch them. But I would like to make some merch or buy some, one of the two. I want to show you guys what I did with Survivor. I had used this like blue Scotch tape before, like to try to fix the problem, but it wasn't really holding it up. So I used three like little zip ties, the ones that are used on breads, to close the breads, and I tied the three of them together at the. I put one in the middle, a white one in the middle, and then two green ones on each side. I'll show it to you right now. And then I tied the trunk that grew when the tree was about near to die, but it came back to life because nature is, you know, it's amazing. But this time, whatever. Just have faith, right? One, it's gonna grow back, and it's gonna grow to be a strong, healthy tree one day, or like a small baby avocado tree. Two, it's gonna die, and three, only the universe knows. So let me show you guys what I did. All right, here we have Survivor. Look at her leaves. Look at how much they've changed. And this happened all on, I think I asked Mom the date. It was the 21st of March or 22nd of March. It was a Wednesday when they finished cutting the grass. But they might have done this patch like the day before. I think they started on a Sunday. So this is the thing. This is the one that I cut with a saw. I left it so that when the tree grew big, this would be a nice a nice branch. People can climb on it. They can maybe sit back against it. You could essentially, if this tree grows big enough, you can put your back against this. Like in that movie Training Games. I mean, Training Games. I'm thinking of the movie Training Day, and I added training to Hunger Games. Take a look from the other side. That's where I believe it was cut by the gentleman's machete. I can't prove it. I can't do anything about it now. I'm gonna continue watering. I'm not gonna give up on you, baby. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna have to give it some time. Grass is a little bit moist, but I feel like it needs to be watered tomorrow. Maybe not like a 2-hour watering, but at least every the whole grass I feel should be watered tomorrow. I looked at the date, and I'm gonna look at it again with you guys, and I'm just like picking up little stuff here. One thing that I think is not helping, we have a lot of you see these leaves? They come from the neighbor's tree, which I showed you the other day. And I think that these are, because we have so many leaves, some of the leaves take up the water that should have been going to the grass. I think that might be even more reason to water it. I don't know what these things are. I've been picking these up. Oh, look at all those weeds. I gotta clean all that up. I don't know. I think these Mom wants there. Like these. That she does. That's a low maintenance plant, I believe. You don't have to water it that much. Is that an aloe vera? No, I don't think so. There's another one. One of the flowers that they planted already died. Look, this one right here. This is one of the flowers that people planted, and it died already. So, look on the bright side. It will be an opportunity to take the princess to the Home Depot, because I believe it's called the Home Depot, not Home Depot, and have her pick out a flower. I wanted to plant a tree for her, but maybe not just yet. Alright, been picking, the garbage came today, and all I've been doing was just picking up a couple leaves from the curb, and look what I have so far. Those garbage bags, those are like a Walmart and 3 Publix bags underneath. They're all filled with leaves. Those were all ones that I picked up like from the curves, like the curves over there. At the end over there where I put the garbage this morning, because I put the bulk on that side. Over here I try to pick some up. I don't know if you can kind of like tell. Like it's not like distributed evenly, because I try to pick some of it up. And yeah. See, like all these leaves, I'm afraid that since there's so many, we need to definitely just pull out that extension cord and use the electric blower that we have right now. It's electric corded. Those are the worst. But I have a feeling that it might affect the way the sod settles. I really do. Even though it may not be a giant or a major effect, but I do have a feeling it's going to affect it, because the sod needs to settle into the ground. That's why they say water every day for like a month, I believe it was. So that's why I was asking Mom today, when were the gentlemen done with it, and it's actually been longer than I thought. I guess because like maybe there was like 3 days when Dad watered it, and those 3 days felt like a week for me, because I spent so much time watering these, making sure I get every square inch of this lawn. Make sure it gets done, because I know I keep saying the excuse. I don't want Mom to blame me saying we can't have nice stuff. But I think deep down inside, I also kind of want to have a nice lawn. I mean, I was happy with the, hold on, make sure it's zoomed out. Yeah, well now it is. I was happy with the way it was. We really didn't have any grass. It was overcome with weeds. But the weeds started like getting like little flowers on them. So what I did was, I would just, how do I call it? I would just pick up all the weeds. I would pick them up with, just by hand. See, I leave the umbrella outside because it's been raining on and off, Maria, I'm making a video, baby. You want to be on it?
Huh? No.
No? Oh, of course not. But you want to ask me a question?
Pizza.
Pizza? You want 2 slices? 4 slices?
4.
4? Okay. Alright. Walk to the kitchen. Alright. I'm happy she asked for that, because yesterday, when we were coming home from school, because now we've been riding the bike, she rides in the back. Either then or when we walked, or before we got on the bike, because we don't get on the bike right as soon as she gets out of the school, because there's a lot of people there. We wait till we get to the sidewalk out on the avenue. And then I was asking her if she was hungry. She said, yeah. and I think the topic of pizza came up, and she thought we had pizza. I'm sorry if I'm not holding the camera. I'm not paying attention here. Oh man, goodness, this barely fits. Look how I went in there. This is the air fryer. I like using the air fryer. This thing's beautiful. Alright, just these buns aren't the greatest. I don't know why, but 350 has been like implemented in my mind. Five minutes. Let's do 6. 7? No. 6 is enough. This thing is pretty good. Start. Alright. And while that's waiting, I had brewed some coffee. I guess someone else came and used the machine. This is how we can find out. Oh no, nobody came in with the machine. They just, and also that wasn't put back. I guess he just took it out. You gotta take that off to put a cup that big. I'm gonna clean this later. Let me put it here for now, just so I can make the coffee quick. I've got 6 minutes. I want to take my tobacco break, which is, I don't know. Oh, thanks. I think I saw on my, it says, channels, like, go, it says tu canal, and I looked and it said 40. So if I did get 2 new subs, I didn't get an email about it, because I did say that if I got new subs, I'm gonna go and check out, your page and see if you are a content creator or just, signed up because you signed up to watch or whatever. Or I think like when Google made you make an account in order to access, I think that's when they purchased YouTube. Data, information equals money, and money equals power. And that's what the tech companies and all companies want. So, yeah, and it failed. What was it called? Google One or something? Or like Google, no, I don't, see, the fact I can't even remember the name goes to show you the level of success that it achieved. Alright, this coffee's ready. I put it in my like favorite like cup if I have to like ride the bike or go somewhere, like go to the store, which means I'm still riding the bike because it's just so much easier, especially if I gotta buy a bunch of things. And now this bike, I've never owned a beach cruiser before, which by the way, Robert, if by chance you're watching this, I thank you. I'm Rob because nobody calls you Robert. I actually worked for a gentleman named Robert. Very nice man. His daughter went to school the same as mine, but she graduated, so now she's in Walter C. Young, I believe. So, estoy grabando un video, estaba aburrido. That was the king of the house, the king of this home. Alright. I don't like being around them when I record because I know it's annoying. They just hear me talking to a screen, which essentially, oh, I didn't get my thing to put it down. Whatever, who cares? I'm gonna hold it by hand. I'm gonna learn to be happy with a single view. If one person can watch it, then that's gonna make my day. I'm gonna stop trying because I need to heed my own advice and my own advice, because that's another thing that I do. I like to consider myself an activist, because if people can call me things like a panhandler or someone who is, doesn't know like what they're doing in life, or they embarrass themselves, well, I'm gonna say I'm an activist because I speak my voice And by speaking my voice, I mean like, if you guys watch TV, right? I'm sure a lot of you do. Not that. Oh, I've only known like one person that doesn't really watch TV, and that's my boy David. Which I texted you the other day, buddy. I hope you're watching or watched at least. I don't care. I love you like so. And let's see. Let's put this little sucker right here. And my since I'm an activist, I like to hold up a sign, and I like to, depending on what I want to say that day. For Easter, I made a sign, and it said, forgiveness is greater than, I put like, I said, it's greater than fame, money, power, fame, etc. And that's what I want to let the people know. I usually just do it where, so like the cars that drive by can see me. And sometimes it'll be a simple message, something just like thanks, because I'm not sure. That's a good question. I did the first, the boss that I worked for the longest, I guess like you could say, or second longest now, I don't know. Or even third, I had so many jobs. The one that left a pretty good lasting impression because I was a teenager when I started. I started when I was 17 years old. And I worked until I was about 25 with him. Then he got arrested for a federal crime and sold his practice. And now I just completely lost my train of thought. So that's going to be the end of the video since I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Let me show you guys the palm trees and how windy it is. And as you can see per the sign, I am pointing towards the northeast. Oh, I forgot to take the seeds off of that tree. I took them off of this one and off of that one. When those things grow and they fall, I don't know if you can see that down there. I try to pick up as many as I can. I mean, see, that's when I say I can do a better job at taking care of the house, is things like those. But I'll get to it. See, I said I was gonna stop recording, but I just kept recording. I'm gonna title this one, instead of NTSH, I'm gonna title it really NTSH. These weeds right here, they're not bothering anybody. They're just chilling, but they can be taken out. We could decorate this area a little bit nicer. The pool guy was here today, so he put the pump on, whatever. And yeah, and the weeds go all the way along the back. And that was the tour. Here's my, I just paid Rob the other day for it. My Nel Russo. You can see it right there. Nel Russo. Made by Huffy. Oh look, I can see my reflection on there. Am I looking into the camera right now, you guys? That's cool. Yes, this is Nel Russo. Pretty decent shape. And that's, except this, I gotta replace this. Because this part broke. but most cups are thick, so they don't go through. But yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Everybody have a great and wonderful evening wherever you might be. And please be kind to one another. New subs, thanks. I'll try to see if I can find out whom you are. Usually I got an email. I haven't gotten it yet. Maybe because I have to wait a couple days to see if you really want to sub. I don't know. Or maybe you had sub and you unsubbed and then you subbed. I don't know. But I'm just gonna stop taking this serious. I don't have a lot of support. The donations I get, I always say I want to get new stuff to make more content, but I end up using the money for like pretty much takeout or toilet paper, things like that. Because with no work or barely any work, I should say. If I got a beach cruiser that was an aluminum frame, I could maybe, and in my ID, which I already took the first step, and I got my social security card. But someone told me that now you can just go and they can just pull it up. But I think that's only if you have the ID with a little star in the corner, if I remember correctly. That they can just replace it. But I should have it. The only reason I don't have it is because they messed up. I hired a lawyer, Alex Hanna. He showed up to court for me for a ticket that I had. I did not have to show up if my lawyer showed up. And then the ticket got dismissed because I had not had a ticket in such a long time. Because I didn't have a license for such a long time. I had just gotten my license. And so I hired a lawyer. Then I got 2 letters. One from the county or whatever, and then one from the lawyer. Both said, I think case was dismissed, whatever. So I didn't owe anything, everything was good. But then like 3 months later, I get a letter from the clerk of courts saying that I was not present and I did not show up for court. WTF? Can't people get their jobs done right? It just gets me so upset. I mean, I worked many years and I think that's what drained me out, because just working a lot, and putting 100% effort into everything that I ever did. And, some of the stuff was jobs, like I worked the amount of 1.5 persons before that was the norm, or maybe 2 persons. Now, corporations save money for their stakeholders. Now shareholders is going to be a thing of the past now. For their stakeholders, they want to do that now. I think, and I think of all people who want to do that, I think it's Gates. Yeah. They want to separate the people who invest into the company away from the company. That way they have less say and the company can essentially just do whatever it wants. So you can buy stocks in the company, but you're not going to have any voice or anything. That's what I think, at least. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. If you want to. If not, just allow me to be ignorant, but I'm willing to learn. The word for today from Mariah was zoológico, and she did not remember it. I tried to give her a clue. I said, te doy una clave, zeta, but she didn't remember it. Alright, love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please be kind to one another. Thanks. And peace and love be with you.